Dyer's ban.
Okay guys, welcome to the first
Radiant's
game of the
ban.
IXDL Battle of the Regions. Australia versus Southeast Asia. First game here we have tonight is two teams from
Dyer's
Southeast Asia.
ban.
TinThinThing versus Lapsap. And we've got the bans coming out here fast and
Radiant's ban.
furious. Elder Titan being banned out. Then the Timbersaw, and now Venomancer. The new Venomancer looking much more dangerous than the old one, coming from the patch last night.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
And Radiant taking a little longer on their second ban here in the first
Reserve
phase.
time.
Dipping into the reserve time, actually. And Lich coming out as the ban.
Dyer's pick.
Not super surprising. Maybe could have saved some. It looked like there's some internal team debate there about what they wanted to do. First
Radiant's pick.
coming out for the Dire Visage, Lifestealer, and Nagasarian almost immediately.
Dyer's pick.
TinThinThing. Very quick picks out of them. Looks like they have a specific lineup in mind.
Dyer's ban.
Clockwork being picked up for the Dire team. Pretty good against the Lifestealer. Can do a lot of disruption with cogs. And the hookshot does go through magic immunity. Puck being banned out by the Dire team. Looks like they don't want to see any of that disruption this game. And
10 seconds to go.
Team going to pick up here.
5 seconds.
And they've got really strong initiation with Nagasarian.
Reserve
One of the
time.
better ways in the game to get a lifestealer up and close to your enemies, between net and snare and the Song of the Siren. And taking a bit of time once again
Dyer's ban.
to ban Gyrocopter. They are down a bit of their reserve time already, but their picks have been quick. It's their bans they've been deliberating on.
10 seconds to go.
Second ban coming out for the Dire team.
5 seconds.
Let's see what they're looking for here.
Reserve time.
Now Lapsap. Okay, banning out the Storm Spirit.
Radiant's
Two very
ban.
strong mid-heroes with big initiation and a lot of teamfight presence in both Puck and Storm Spirit. Radiant hasn't yet picked their mid-hero,
10 seconds to go.
so it looks like the Dire team are trying to limit their options.
5 seconds.
The Radiant banning out a carry to prevent the Dire
Reserve
team from getting
time.
before. With the Gyrocopter, let's see if they decide to go that route again. So we could see Clockwork go mid as a mid hero.
Radiant's
It really
pick.
depends on what the Radiant pick. There's some very unfavorable matchups for that hero. And Mirana, okay. Those are... Well, Mirana can be a safe lane. Actually, she can really be played in any lane, but she's most frequently played in off-lane capacity or in the safe lane. Setting up
10
big
seconds
arrows
to go.
can be really devastating.
5 seconds.
And they're actually taking a bit of time with their third pick here. Their first two picks
Reserve
coming
time.
out nearly instantly. taking up quite a bit of their bonus time now. Really trying to decide what they want for their third pick here. It looks like they might have really wanted that Storm Spirit or maybe the Puck. Now they might be scrambling to try and figure out what they want. And the Radiant team, they are almost out. Okay, Crystal Maiden, 14 seconds left
Dyer's
on the
pick.
reserve time of the Radiant. Hopefully, we won't see any randoms come out. Let's see what we're gonna find for the Dire team's third hero. I would be very surprised if we saw such a long delay on their part. So we have the 2 supports and the carry.
10 seconds to go.
It looks like we're going to see
5 seconds.
most likely their mid and a solo off lane as their last 2 picks.
Reserve time.
With Nagatine and Crystal Maiden, they could offensively try lane, so there are still some options open to them. They aren't, completely stuck with a pretty obvious team setup, really. Dire team taking a bit of time trying to decide their third hero. Rubik coming out.
Radiant's pick.
Crystal Maiden spells are useful to steal, and so can Naga Sirens be, but neither heroes are really something you just immediately jump at the Rubik for. But Rubik does have some of his own charms, not just sealing opponent's spells. And lift is very useful when you have a
10
clockwork on your
seconds to
team.
go.
Maybe you need to lift an enemy out of some cogs to save a
5
clockwork,
seconds.
or throw an enemy into some cogs.
Reserve time. 10
Radiant
seconds to
team
go.
dipping into the reserve time already. 7 seconds left. Alchemist coming
Dyer's
out.
pick.
Okay, now the Radiant team have 2 carries, and we might see a 2-1-2 with some strength in the off lane. Something like, Nagasar and Alchemist, and then Crystal Maiden Lifestealer. Who knows, though? That my expectations for this game have already gone out the window.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
And the Dire team picking up a Weaver. Okay,
Radiant's ban.
Radiant's banning out. They're probably going to ban a carry, as Weaver is most likely going to be an off lane with the clockwork in the middle.
10 seconds to go.
Actually, Weaver could potentially also be middle.
5 seconds.
And Queen of Pain. So they are anticipating that the Dire
Dyer's
team will pick
ban.
up a mid. And then Weaver off lane, or Clockwork off lane actually. Weaver, Rubik, Visage, tri-lane.
Radiant's pick.
Radiant. Got to pick their 5th hero here pretty carefully. I think they're going to opt for something in the mid lane. Disruptor was banned out by the Dire team. And Lone Druid.
Dyer's pick.
Huh. So, I mean, Lone Druid can definitely mid. He is a hero who is capable of winning the mid lane. But he is not a super common pick for that role. And that is a lot of late game potential on the
10 seconds to go.
team. I think if the Dire team picked correctly
5
here
seconds.
for the last hero, we could see a game just get pushed and over with. Very
Reserve
quickly.
time.
The Dire team has plenty of time to deliberate their last pick, come up with the best option. Looks like they're still trying to decide here. I mean, a strong early to mid-game hero could really give them the upper hand very quickly, I think. At this point, with the teams that we're looking at, I really don't think that the Dire team want to try and take this late.
Outworld Devourer.
And Outworld Devourer coming out as the 5th pick, so that is going to be their mid-hero. We're going to see... Actually, we could see either Clockwork Rubik Visage or Weaver Rubik Visage, the Clockwork in the offlane. Actually, we could see 2-1-2 as well, but I think we'll see the Clockwork in the offlane solo role here. That is really strong for him. Although Weaver isn't the greatest tri-lane hero, it is very safe. So Smoke's coming out immediately for both teams.
Everybody get set.
And a pause coming out. Looks like the Dire team needs a sec. So, as a reminder, this is the IXDL Battle of the Regions, Australia versus Southeast Asia. This is game 1 of TinThinThing versus Lapsap. And both of these teams are Southeast Asian. First round is same country
All
versus
right,
same
carry
country
on.
in the group stage. And it looks like teams are ready to get going here. So we've got Lifesteal going into the off lane.
Let's keep
with a
it
Crystal
clean,
Maiden.
folks.
Lone Druid heading to mid. And Alchemist going bot with Naga Siren. So Ensnare into Unstable Concoction is very strong. And it looks like we have on the Dire team Visage and Clockwork, Outworld Devourer mid, and Rubik Weaver in the off lane, or on the top lane. Looks like we've got some anime discussion
30 seconds to go.
going on in the chat. I don't think those are very legitimate recommendations. I would not suggest anybody watching actually watch that show mentioned. Not even gonna say its name. Sorry, guys. Actually,
And away we go.
Nagasan did come up here, so we are looking at an offensive tri-lane, maybe. Alchemist soloing bot. Visage and Clockwork do look like they're committed to duoing bots, so we have a 2-1-2 on the Dire side. And an offensive tri-lane for the Radiant. It's pretty standard items here. Nothing too crazy. Clockwork with illusions is gotta be a little careful here. I think they probably don't really have the capacity to kill Alchemist super early. Probably gonna need to see both Gravechill and Soul Assumption coming out. But he is gonna take a lot of range harass there. Visage is pretty much gonna have free license to do damage to that Alchemist. And
Saw that one coming.
I kind of think that Lone Druid has the advantage mid, as Lone Druid doesn't rely on his damage coming from his int, and rarely has to spend any mana. Looks like the Radiant team had a pause there for a sec, maybe some slight internet trouble. Outworld. I mean, Outworld will get the damage by stealing the end. No doubt about it. But Astral... yeah, I mean, he's just gonna get the end. Gonna get that auto attack damage. We'll have to see really if he's going to spend more of his time trying to do damage to the bear, or if he's going to focus on last hitting. Well, speaking of last hitting, let's take a look at this. Clockwork actually leading, and now the Life Stealer. A little bit interesting to see a Clockwork in a last hitting and farming role.
First blood, folks.
Where was that? Oh, okay.
First blood, more shall come.
Yeah, Alchemist.
Was only a matter of time.
Nagasine came down, but it was only level 1, and Cogs, Grave Chill, Battery Assault, and Soul Assumption is really enough to kill just about any hero super early. Some Acid Spray coming out here. But once the Clockwork kind of gets you in his Cogs and has Battery Assault going, getting an Unstable Concoction off doesn't really help you that much. And Alchemist has some pretty big cast animations, so he can get interrupted by that Battery Assault. Looks like we had Weaver going down and also the Crystal Maiden. But obviously getting a kill on the Weaver is a much bigger gain for the Radiant. And Lifestealer, as well as getting a kill there, also has the most number of last hits in this game. Some dewarding coming out, the Rubik making a little money there.
Better not.
Have to watch this bottom lane a little closer here. Didn't think the Alchemist was going to be in so much trouble so early, but I was mistaken. Outworld coming down for an Invis rune. And oh, there's the Crystal Nova and the Bite. There's the open wounds, and he does not have Shikuchi. That's going to be another dead Weaver. Yep.
To leave loose ends.
It was close. There was a good telekinesis, but the Crystal Maiden was also there. And let's see, we have a bottle coming out for the Alchemist. He's going to need that mana before he hits 6. Especially if he wants to keep using Acid Spray. There's an ensnare, but quick Cogs, and they're not going to be able to really touch him here. That is one thing. You pretty much know when the Alchemist is going to start channeling Unstable Concoction. He can basically protect himself by just throwing up those Cogs preemptively. It's real cheap on mana, and it'll punish the Alchemist if he gets too close. The Alchemist is looking not great, but he picks up his bottle and goes right back to full. And Clockwork, oh no, they caught him this time. And there he goes. Once again. He just needs to not get that close to the Clockwork. That's really, really bad. So it just, I think the Weaver is going to be a little more careful here. We had more dewarding coming out. Bite just to, oh wow, okay, they're going on the Crystal Maiden here pretty hard. Looks like she is going to go down, but the Weaver, there he's, oh okay. Still had a little bit of that Shikuchi speed for a little longer than Lifestealer anticipated. But I think the Weaver is definitely going to be a little more careful here. Phase Boots coming out, that's definitely one way to catch back up. And Nagasine's taking some damage there. Looks like they are kind of swapping roles here, as the Alchemist was looking to maybe pull or do the small neutral camp. Unstable Concoction coming out, getting charged up, looking for something, not finding anything, and he's stunned himself. This is just super unfortunate. Oh. No, Nagasine shouldn't have got in there. She's dead now too. Double kill for the Clockwork.
That was Camp Laughter.
And the Dire team, Lapsap, is taking quite a huge advantage here early in the game. Although I did mention during picking that that's pretty much what they need to do if they want to stay alive and win this game. As the Radiant team has much better late game potential, much higher farming potential. I mean, Weaver and Outworld Devourer are good heroes late game, don't get me wrong, but compared to a farmed Alchemist, a farmed Lone Druid, and a farmed Lifestealer, even the potential for a farmed Naga Siren as well, that's just absolutely insane amounts of late game damage. And it looks like the Dire team want to go on Lone Druid here. Oh, there's the Eternity's Eclipse.
Somebody's cooking. How about that?
And a quick telekinesis into Soul Assumption, and Lone Druid goes down as well. So aside from the 2 kills on the Weaver, the Radiant team is having quite a hard time in this game. Things are not going as well as they wish. Oh, they might actually... Okay, no. Weaver is 6 now, just barely 6. If they had done that maybe 30 seconds earlier, that would have been a straight up kill, I think. Wow. Okay.
Radiant's mid tower.
Here comes the Lone Druid. Immediately
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Dire team is smoked up here. Oh no. Oh, Crystal Maiden broke
Dire's
the smoke.
top tower. You know the drill.
Familiars are going to look to stun. There's one stun. There's the second.
That's 4 in a row. The Dire might want
I
that
see it just
at
kind of
top
hid
tower.
inside the creep. Got the Infest. And Clockwork just hiding in the trees here. He is 6. But he is just leeching experience while Visage is off, helping get some kills top. As I predicted, the Clockwork just kind of popped
Somebody's on a
out
roll. How about that?
with the hook shot,
Both
and he's just got
accurate
such a huge
and
level advantage
precise.
now. Level 4 battery salt, level 3 power cogs, not even going into rocket flare. He doesn't even need to stay away. And he's just absolutely crushing this Alchemist. 0 and 4, only 25 last hits compared to the 37 of Clockwork, and 16 denies. Outworld Devourer as well, going for 22 denies against the Lone Druid. Lone Druid just also getting kind of abused in his lane. Constantly getting ashled. But now that he does have Ensnare on the bear, Entangle, oh, and the Unstable Concoction comes out. Well, helping the Lone Druid pick up a kill finally. Getting some small revenge on the Outworld Devourer. And it looks like he really doesn't want to go too far out there, I think. I mean, he probably wants to get his Midas at some point very soon. He's still ways off of it. What's coming here? Oh no. Oh, Clockwork might finally be too far out. Getting Acid Spray, there's a Crystal Knower, there's a Frostbite. And Clockwork finally dies.
Sleep with the fishes.
Rubik and Visage, on the other hand, smoked up. Oh, and they're coming up behind Lone Druid. Oh, Entangle coming out on the Outworld, trying to get in there and start this gank. There's the Visage familiars. There's one drop, well timed. There's the Satan's Eclipse, second drop, TK, kind of stacked on top of each other. Bear going out, and Lone Druid trying to get away. Visage familiars, oh, they're not focused. Getting a new summon. Wow, okay. Rubik didn't die, but neither did Lone Druid. That was a lot of time and a smoke without any good outcome for the Dire team. So it looks like the Radiant may have stabilized this game. Stopped some of the losses. Oh, big open wounds. Well timed that time. And the alchemist stuns himself, but yeah, not quite close enough. Couldn't quite get enough damage going before the Shukuchi.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Crystal Main getting pinged out by the Dire team. Oh, good entangle. Oh, wow, okay. Outworld predicts, hears the noise of the unstable concoction. Rubik steals the unstable concoction, goes on the lone druid. But Alchemist is still backing him up, and wow, this is managed to eke out the last little bit of damage. Clockwork going big on the Alchemist, reminding him that he is not to be messed with. They may have gotten that one kill on him earlier, but Clockwork is not letting Alchemist forget that he's around.
Radiant's
Radiant,
mid
on the
tower's
other hand,
getting banged up.
looking for more kills on the Weaver. And even
Radiant's
though
bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right
actually
now.
Lifesteal hasn't died yet, so he's looking to be the best hope
Radiant's
of
mid
this
tower's
Radiant
getting
team,
banged up.
lasting into the
No
late
breaking
game.
down the Radiant structures like this.
Dire team already grouping up, getting
Radiant's mid
pushing some
tower could
towers
use a
down.
hand.
Nagasine may have been
Radiant's mid
spotted out
tower's
there.
getting the what for.
There's the Visage Familiar. Going to use Song. Oh, here we go. We gotta try something here. There's the unstable concoction, and it looks like we're gonna see Outworld go down. Yeah, Outworld goes down. Oculus gonna go down too. Nope, Juan's out.
The Dire
Oh,
do something about
still
that bottom
still
tower.
enough damage.
Radiant's
Nagasine
top
also going
tower
down,
is taking
and now
hits.
Lone Druid fighting it out with the Clockwork first hit Entangle.
Guess what's
But
happening
there's
to Dire's
not enough
bottom
damage
tower.
there between Visage. Oh,
Radiant's
another
top
Entangle on the
tower's
Visage.
in bad
Gonna get a
shape.
kill there. There's the Clockwork. Getting him cough.
The
Oh my
Radiant
god.
got one less top tower.
Still goes down.
Good.
Crystal Main doesn't quite have enough mana. It's gonna stay away from that. That's close. There's some good entangles coming out of that bear. Just a little bit more and might have had that. That bear needs to stop dying if he's gonna get these items. I'm not sure. Yeah, Lifestealer's gotta be real careful here. Doing... Okay, yeah. Well, he's just gonna hide in the creep. And
Radiant's
looks like-
top tower's hurting.
Yeah, the Dire team are massing here as 4. They're not gonna let the Lifestealer get away with this. Lifestealer tries to pop out, make a break for it. His rage still isn't up.
Radiant's top tower's
And
in
down he
bad shape.
goes. It looks like Crystal Maiden is gonna pay for it too.
Somebody's cooking. 2 down. Radiant's top tower's taking hits.
Yeah, this Weaver. It's almost got a Lincoln's. And let's see, we've got Mech coming out soon for the Outworld. Phase drums on clock.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Looks like Visage going straight for Aghanims. And then Rubik's got an Urn of
Radiant
Shadows.
lost one of them bottom towers.
We'll have to see if he goes for Ags as well, or if he's just going to get a Force Staff, maybe Blink.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
And Radiant trying to do some damage on the mid tower here. Only have one
Dire's
TP
mid
coming out.
tower
Not
won't
really
last
big.
much longer.
Well, Visage and Outworld walking their way up from bottom. Weaver's still content to
The
push
Dire
this.
might want to
Put some
mine their top
damage
tower.
on this tier 2.
Radiant's bottom towers seem better
Visage and
days.
Rubik prepared to defend the mid tower here.
Dire's
And
top tower's
Lone
gone.
Druid. Oh, big
Radiant's
Force
bottom
Staff.
tower ain't a pretty sight
Clockwork
right
goes
now.
for the Force Staff.
Radiant's bottom tower
And
seen better days.
makes that bear pay for that tower. Ooh, Clock actually might find another kill here. Nope. Not quite seeing Lifestealer. Lifestealer needs to be careful though. He looks like... Oh, okay. Wants to go on this, but he's gonna get grave chilled. That's gonna be... Yeah, okay, here comes... Oh, he's gonna rage. Rage TP. Manages to get out. Actually had it up that time. And our team are 4 at top. They have the first tower down there already. And we might see them push for a tier 2 here. Let's take a look at the items. Again, yeah, Radiant has almost nothing. Lifestealer working on his armlet. Just needs the recipe now. Alchemist has a headdress for some reason. Pipe, maybe.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
I can't imagine a mech on an Alchemist. Oh, big
Radiant's top
distance
tower's in
stuff.
bad shape.
There's the... Okay, free deny, and Radiant trying to go for
top
big...
tower.
Oh, the stolen... Oh my god. The stolen Naga Siren ult.
How about that?
Gets... Oh, man.
Radiant's top tower's taking you down.
Big counter initiation here. The Radiant team managing to do the damage though. The Dire not quite as strong as they anticipated. But
there it goes.
they're gonna get the Outworld here. Good ensnare actually. Clock trying to help, but he's just gonna get himself killed here. He's trying to go for the Wounded. Oh, Weaver coming in too. Lifestealer goes down, there goes Lone
Enemy I grapple with.
and Naga Siren going down here as well. So, yeah, Weaver not quite in that fight. Comes in at the end, cleans everything up. Now, if you didn't quite catch what happened there, the Rubik had Lifestealer's Rage stolen. So he saw the Naga Siren sleep start moving towards him. He popped the Rage, stole the Naga Siren sleep, and then counter-slept to get his team set up the way that they wanted. And even more importantly, it gave the Weaver time to get over to the team fight. And that's really what won them that. Without the Weaver, they were basically in a position to lose just about everything in that team fight. Like, the Radiant were just kind of stomping around. But they had used all their spells. Everything was on cooldown or out of mana or low HP, and then Weaver comes in at full, Clockwork mostly full, and they just absolutely destroy them. Visage Familiar's hanging around too. And Dire team gonna pick up
Roche won't be coming
Roshan
back for
here,
a while.
completely uncontested. And Lifestealer does have something out. Oh, big hook in. And we're just going to see another TP out. Rage TP by the Lifestealer. It is one of the privileges of being that hero. And one of the reasons that hookshot is great if you can save it. Because that will definitely stun through Rage. It is one of the few things in this game that actually will do that. Actually the only thing, I believe.
Rock it on.
Well, only hero spell, obviously bashes from items go through magic immunity. But that's going to be quite a ways off. Power Treads coming out for Crystal Maiden. Just trying to tank up as much as you can at this point, I think.
Dire's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
And
The Dire went and
Lifestealer,
fortified
Lone
their
Druid,
structure.
trying to get
Radiant's
this
bottom
tower, but
tower's done for.
3 TPs, 4 TPs. Clocker coming in. Oh, hooks the bear. Lifestealer's inside. Force House comes up.
Do it with flair.
Gets in the power cogs. And Lone Druid's gonna go
6 in a
down
row.
here. It's the Lifestealer.
Oh,
Okay, Lifestealer just got out of the bear and ran.
The Dire disown their mid tower. How about that?
There's an August on sleep, but she just died.
coming in.
5 in a row.
Crystal Maiden going
Radiant's
down.
mid tower's coming apart.
And it doesn't look like the Radiant are going to be able to hold on here. TinThinThing Might have to
Radiant's mid
try
tower
and
could
do
use a
this from
hand.
the other side next game. So this is a best of 2.
Radiant's mid tower
We'll
ain't
have the
doing
same
so
teams
good.
playing up next game from the opposite
Dire's
side.
top tower's getting beat down.
And it looks like this one's just about over here. I think that they will play this out. I would be
Dire's
surprised
top tower, you know the drill.
if the Radiant actually tapped out. Here's an unstable concoction, that's not going to do anything. He's just going to back off, try not to die.
The Dire might want to mine their top
Clockwork
tower.
actually has quite a bit of gold. Fairly surprised he doesn't have his eggs, considering how well he's used that shot.
Dire's top
far.
tower
Oh,
got that
dude.
down.
Yeah, that Margaret's he's not had a great game. And Lincoln's is out, unstable concoction flew at him, but not going to get a whole lot done. Desolator almost finished for Weaver as well.
And it's off.
Visage picking up his eggs, so he's got the 3 familiars down. He's actually microed those pretty well. Oh, there's a missed hook shot.
Radiant's toughened up their
He's got
structures.
He's trying to unstable concoction that Weaver again. And Lone Druid getting lifted here, he's just gonna go down. Yeah, yeah,
Radiant's mid tower is on a roll. How about that?
another unstable concoction out. And he actually hit somebody this time, going for the clock. Clockwork is just gonna be astral though. And quick infest by the Lifestealer, keeping him out of that team fight. Here's one more unstable concoction. Going for, wow, okay. Here's Lincoln's wasn't quite up yet. And Aegis getting popped. On Outworld. So Radiant's fighting hard for this Rex,
so
but it
hot.
doesn't look like they're quite gonna
Radiant's
make
mid
it.
rags didn't make
Long bomb. Oh, Lifestealer gonna go for a Clockwork here. Oh, maybe not. There is a saving Astral. And Lifestealer
it. That's 4 to roll. How about that?
Stolen Frostbite just locks him down. Here comes another unstable concoction. And the Alchemist did get a mech. Ugh. He just
6 in a row.
doesn't have
How
any
about
damage.
that?
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Yeah, this is just gonna just
Coming in.
blow up the Alchemist. There's a GG.
Indirectly responsible. I thank you.
There goes the Radiant's mid rag. Dire's done it again.
And that was the game. So we'll have game 2 coming up shortly. And what a game. So this is a best of 2 in the group stage.